Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and thank you for the new subscribers and thank you for the returning subscribers. I don't take you for granted. Thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. And if you are coming across my channel today, I am the countryside jewel. I do village lifestyle in Kenya, everything about the village. I share and document my life here in the village. I have been documenting my life and sharing what I'm doing in the village for the last 1 year. So if you are coming across my channel today, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Please subscribe, and you'll be helping my channel to grow. And today I have this area of my home where I have been placing my firewood, and it has been looking very bad, especially under the water tower. I did a very a big mistake to place the firewood around there, because that is where we have the outdoor toilet, and the firewood made the place to look like you could whenever you are going to the toilet, you are afraid because of the firewood which are around there. And even for the taps which are taking water inside the tank, it is a risk, because I told you that our area termites do very they are a lot. And anytime you have firewood around somewhere, they tend to attack that area, the termites. And one of these days, I'll look for someone who knows how to locate, who knows how to locate where we have what the mother of the termites, so that it can be removed if it is in my area, because it is really affecting everything. Like even for the vegetables and the maize, sometimes they fall down because of the termites. So placing the firewood where under the water tower, it was a very big mistake, but we learn every day. And today I decided to make the place tidy, and at least make sure that whenever we are going to the outdoor toilet, we don't feel worried. And in our area, in my parents' place, we used to make a very good place to place the firewood. I don't know what is it called in English, but in my local language we used to call it keveta, where we place the firewood, then they dry there slowly. But I've not made it here in my home, though I am thinking about it. I'll spot and check where it is favorable to place it. But for now, they are just there. And today also I wanted to sort the firewood. The big ones, I'll put them in some specific area. Then the smaller ones, I'll place them in a different place, because whenever I want to cook with firewood, sometimes I used to go through a lot trying to have the smaller, when you are lighting firewood, you have to start with the smaller firewood. The big ones are for cooking things which need to be cooked for a very long time, like boiling cereals and other things which need to be boiled for a very long time. So that is what we are going to do today with you guys, is I share about fear. And I don't know if any one of you has gone through fear. For me, on my side, fear, I think fear has been a very major thing to deal with in my life, but recently I've been overcoming fear, and mostly one thing I know about fear. You you grow up with fear. It depends on how when you are young how you grew, or the surroundings or people around you. Uh, I know they do boost or they do determine how you live. For me, I grew up in an area where my parents we were from a humble background, and that one really affected me personally, and I had a lot of fear for about so many things, like addressing someone. Even if they'd wronged me, I could just keep quiet. And when you keep quiet, that pain goes into your heart, and anytime you remember about something, you feel a lot of pain, and it is not advisable, or it is not healthy to our bodies. And fear fear can cause someone to even make some bad decisions, or me go with people who are not aligning with their goals, or what they really need in life. Or even sometimes people can just do some crazy things to you because they know, you will not talk about it because of fear. And one another thing which can be caused by fear is you can have an idea about something, then because of fear you always feel like you fear to fail, or what people will say, or you fear that if I start something, and it does not end up as I expected, what will I do, or how will people view me, or they will laugh at you. And today, as I do my work, I have thought about it, and decided to share with you about fear. And for me, I have been telling you about myself. I really discovered myself in my 2023. That is when I really knew and realized what I really wanted in this life. And one monster which was ahead of me and which I had to conquer was fear. Because growing up, I've told you that I grew up filled with fear because of how I grew up, or because of the humble background where I was brought up in. So, even starting my YouTube channel, at first, I was afraid. I was afraid about how will people view me, or people who know me, how will they say or talk about what I am doing. Because I've been telling you in most of my videos, a young person, or if you are still in your 20s or 30s, most people, when you relocate back to the village, they view you as someone who does not know what you really need in this life, or you are lost, or you are broke, or poor. So making that decision to start a YouTube channel after I had relocated was a very, very hard. It was an hard time, and it was because of fear. I I had thoughts of what will happen when people who know me see me in the village. And I have a very supportive parents and my sister, and they encouraged me to start the channel because I shared them with about my idea. And One thing about my sister, because I am very close, my sister, she's my younger sister, but a very intelligent girl. So she told me that fear is the monster. If you want to start something and you are filled with fear, or you fear what will happen, or what will be said about you, that means that fear has won. So she told me that fear is the monster. And I think most of us, we lose, or uh, sometimes we end up not achieving what we really wanted in this life because of fear, and you end up regretting. And when you sit down and analyze the reason why you did not manage to do what you wanted, it is because of fear. So in this life, one thing I've known, uh, fear fear can make you lose a lot of opportunities. Because, for example, if you have an idea and you keep quiet, or you wanted to share your idea here on on social media, and sometimes, most of your followers, or you have some small few followers who know you on a personal level, you end up not sharing your idea, not knowing that there is someone somewhere who even who doesn't even know you, like a stranger who doesn't know you. And uh, you keep quiet, not knowing that you can achieve something, or someone somewhere can see your idea and it will be useful to them. So if you are going through, or you are in a position in life where you are filled with fear, or fear is the monster in your life, try to overcome fear. Please, guys, try to overcome fear, especially for the young people, or for the older people. You have an idea, or you have something which can help you in life, and because of fear you end up keeping quiet because of fear. Let us try to overcome fear in this life. And I know most of us, uh, if we overcome fear, our lives can change totally. Because, for example, let me give you an example of myself. I grew up as a naive girl. A naive girl, probably being naive is caused by fear. Because even when you want to share or talk about something, I remember even when I was in school, and if the teacher asked a question and I have an answer to that question, I could keep quiet. Reason being, I was just naive. And in primary school, I was naive, but not that much, because I went to primary school in around our place where I was born, and most of the pupils in our class were people who I know. But in high school, I went to a boarding school, so I met other girls who were from other parts of Kenya. So I used her to be very, very naive. Very naive. Even if you could bully me, I could just keep quiet, just because of fear. And even if the teacher asks about something that I know I don't know, or the teacher can help me, I could just keep quiet, thinking that I was not better. You know, that sometimes affected my performance in school. But sometimes, like some subjects, I used to fear the teachers. and I ended up not performing well in those subjects. But for the subjects which I was free with the teachers, I I did very very well, and you can imagine if I did not have fear, the subjects which I did not perform well, if I could be asking questions, or if I want to be helped by the teacher, if I could be at least reasoning with the teacher, sometimes I know I could have done well. So one thing I've learned in this life is fear is the monster in this life. Fear. Just try to overcome fear, and everything in this life will work out as you planned. If you work hard and if you are determined to achieve what you want in this life. Another thing on my side, which fear affected me personally, is, and I know most of us, it has really affected us. It is at work. For example, if you are employed and you have issues with the employer, or issues of work, and you're not free to talk about it, you end up not performing well, and the employer sometimes might just fire you, thinking that what you are doing it because you are not capable of their work. And uh, I know for someone, for an employer, sometimes I do understand, because even me, when I have employed someone, I expect the best from them. I don't love when someone does my work uh, the way that I did not expect it to be done. So for an employer, I understand. But for if you are the employee, try to overcome fear and talk about your work. For me, I remember some place where I was employed, and the colleagues, we had some colleagues, the colleagues who were mouthy. In every workplace, we have colleagues who are just mouthy, and they used to bully me, and I I did not share it with the employer. So they used to bully me, or give me a lot of work. Sometimes I end up feeling like I just want to faint because of a lot of work. And one day they ended up telling the employer that I don't do my work perfectly. And I know myself, whenever I am allocated some work to do, I do it with my all my heart is always on that work, and I perform to my best. I do give the work that I've been allocated, I perform it with all my heart. And I ended up being fired. And I remember that day in the morning, I cried. I cried a lot. And that is the day that I I felt like I really want to realize myself, who I am and what I need in this life. So I started watching like sometimes when you are watching, or when you are interested in something, I started watching content about farming, because I loved farming. I just love farming. So I started watching content about farming, and as you watch, you come to realize that you love something. And whenever I go home, I used to practice farming here and there, and I used to feel fulfilled. Then I realized myself, and the problem there was to make the decision to relocate back here in the village, knowing very well that uh, the village comes with its hardship, because you can't compare work which is done here in the village with the life in the city. The life in the city, there is no much to do, but in the village, there is a lot to be done. So I overcame her fear in 2023, and nowadays there's nothing that I can't express myself about, and that has really opened so much doors, and so many doors for me. Even right now, for example, if I had fear, and in the village, if you have something, or you are doing farming, and you have something which you want to sell, so you have to talk to the customers. And I thank God. In the city, there is some time which I used to work in a sales and marketing company, and we used to go to the streets and look for customers. And that really boosted my courage. It boosted my courage, and I overcame fear in that moment, because we had to go to the streets and look for customers. Then we come, and we make sure that you bring some customers to the company. So that one helped me, because right now, if you have I have something which I want to sell, which I have in the farm, I have to talk to the customers, and share with them that I have things which I am selling, so that they can at least support my uh, work in farming. I also had fear about starting over again. Like right now, if when I came here in the village, it is like just starting over again. So I had a lot of fear about how will life be, if the village life will be favorable for me, or if I will adapt to everything uh, around here. Even people around here, when you relocate to a new place, you meet new people who have different opinions about life. And if you go to church or any meetings around here, you just meet new people. So I had fear of starting over again. But with time, I have come to, I am getting used to the village life one day at a time. Now that like I have uh, at least I have people I know around here. Within the period I've been here in the village, I know the neighbors. I have friends in the market. I have friends where we meet at church. So at least right now, fear is not ruining my life, because fear used to ruin my life and a lot of opportunities in my life. And I know most of people, fear really has affected your life, or has made you lose a lot of opportunities in this life, and you end up uh, uh, being depressed, because things did not go as you expected. But if you overcome fear, you gain the courage to express yourself anywhere, and you end up achieving most of the things you had, or the things you had planned to achieve. And if you are a farmer, you know what fear can cause in farming, because sometimes you plant something and it does not produce as you expected, and you end up feeling very, very bad. And sometimes you may fear to start or to plant again. And if you had planned to do farming in your whole life or as a source of income, and you allow fear to overcome you in this journey of farming, most of farmers, you end up losing it, or you end up not feeling like doing farming again. And I know it is not easy for farmers who have done farming, and for me I have done farming for the last 1 year. It is not easy. Sometimes you plant something, it does not produce as you expected, or some things end up drying up, or if you have the chicken, predators feed on the chicks, or they get heal the chicken, and you feel very, very bad. And sometimes you just feel like you don't want to do it again, and you end up having fear to start over again. And I know that one can mess someone, because imagine you have relocated back to the village, or you are still in the city and doing farming where you are doing the farming, and you have made up your mind that this is what I need in life. I need to be doing farming. Then you start it, and it ends up not producing as you expected. And if you are not courageous enough or strong enough, you end up stopping with what you have been doing. And that really messes up someone, because uh, as an adult, when you reach a moment where you have decided what you want to do and it fails you, some people end up being depressed because of that. My encouragement today is to tell you that just try again. Do not allow fear to make you not to start over again. Even for me, sometimes I planned something, but like I've told you in my other video, I planted some cabbages, which I was very passionate about them, and they messed me up. I just ended up harvesting 3 of them. If I had lost hope, or if I had allowed fear to overcome me, I don't know if I'd ever plant again. But I decided, when I realized myself, I decided that I'll never allow fear or anything to make me not to do something again and again, because in the journey of farming, you need courage, you need to be strong, so that you can produce well. Even if one plant, or the poultry farming, or what you have planted does not come out as you expected, you just try and try and try and try again. One day, in Kenya we say that itajipa. One day itajipa. At least now, under the water tower, we don't have any firewood around there. And you can see even where near the toilet, we don't have any firewood. I've just placed them at least far kidogo because of the termites. And at least when you are going there inside the toilet, will not feel like we have anything around there. You know the fear you get when we have some firewood which have been placed carelessly. You always have the mindset that we have a snake there. That is a mindset that we have in our minds. And one thing about me, after I sweep all these leaves, I reuse them. I have learned so many things in the village that everything is, you just reuse everything. You don't just throw unless it is a plastic that it cannot be used again. But for the leaves or anything that I see, it can make my soil to be fertile. I don't throw them in the pit. I just throw them in my garden, and that has been helping my soil to be more and more fertile. Because when I came here, I will not lie to you, the maize that I planted after relocating, they did not produce well because the soil head was not fertile at all. But with time, as I pour goat manure and all the leaves that I sweep around here, the soil has been gaining fertility. And now even the maize which are in the garden right now, they are very, very healthy. This is the look after arranging and allowing the space to be just with nothing. That is the look. And I have this area at the back of the kitchen, the outdoor kitchen. This place is very, very messy. The reason being, I don't know what the chicken feed on the fence. I really don't know. Whenever they come on this side, they they make the place very untidy. And you can see the leaves from the K apple and the weed, which I told you I'm going to uh, uh, know what I'm going to do with the weeds which are in the K apple. They have to be removed. So the weeds tend to, when they dry up, they mess up this place behind the outdoor kitchen. So today I decided to manage the place so that it can look better. It is not looking good at all. And in the village, if you don't maintain your place, the snakes are always all around. But in our place, we don't have the snakes which are dangerous, just the ones which hide in a place which is green, the green ones. In this area, we don't have the dangerous snakes, but it is still good to maintain a place where you are living. So this is the day that I decided at least to remove all the Kehapo which were coming near my kitchen, so that at least sometimes I do pass here when I am going to the place where I constructed the kitchen garden. If I want to water the kitchen garden, I can still pass here, because the pipe which I use to refill the tank, which is at the backyard, comes, it is very long and can come up to the far end where we have the kitchen garden. So I want this place to be very tidy because of my vegetables, and also for me to be passing around here when I am going to water the vegetables. I am done sweeping this place. You can remember how it looked like before I started cleaning it. This is the new look and it looks very good. So I'm ending the video right here. Bye bye. Let us meet in my next video. Bye bye.